Hello, you're watching the News Bulletin. I'm Bong from Hanoi, and now the headlines as usual.
Top Vietnamese, Malaysian legislators hold talks. Korean author's book on late top leader debuts. And later on, ASEAN Cultural Day 2024 honors Southeast Asian heritage.
State President Loong Kuong, National Assembly Chairman Chen Theng-min, and National Assembly deputies on October 23rd visited an exhibition featuring the National Assembly daily with the first general election in 1946.
The exhibition, marking the 80th anniversary of the first election day of the Vietnamese National Assembly, January 6, 1946, is organized on the sidelines of the ongoing 8th session of the 15th National Assembly. Participants were introduced to the foundation and development of the Nhat Bao Quoc Hoi and 15 editions of the newspaper. The first general election to the National Assembly of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, now the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, took place on January 6, 1946, marking a significant historical milestone, opening the process of building a new democratic regime in the country. The special journal was published in a short time from December 17, 1945 to January 6, 1946, aiming to popularize the objectives and meaning of the election, guiding and encouraging the masses to join the election as candidates and voters.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh is in Russia to attend the expanded BRICS summit in Kazan at the invitation of President Vladimir Putin, chair of BRICS 2024. The following report highlights his activities.
On the morning of October 23rd, local time, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh met Russian Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak. The Prime Minister emphasized that Vietnam highly values and supports Russia's role as the BRICS chair. He reaffirmed that Russia remains one of Vietnam's top foreign policy priorities and expressed Vietnam's desire to work closely with the Russian government to strengthen cooperation, particularly in areas where both countries have significant potential. Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak conveyed that President Vladimir Putin and the Russian government greatly appreciate the comprehensive strategic partnership with Vietnam, recognizing Vietnam as a key partner in Asia-Pacific. Both sides highlighted the positive progress in bilateral cooperation, especially in the energy and oil and gas sectors. The Prime Minister assured that Vietnam remains committed to providing favorable conditions for Russian businesses, including oil and gas companies, to expand their operations in Vietnam. The same day, Prime Minister Chin met with Russian Energy Minister Sergei Sivilev. He called on the minister to strengthen Vietnam-Russia cooperation in energy and oil and gas sectors. He urged the Russian Ministry of Energy to collaborate closely with Vietnamese agencies, ensuring smooth implementation of joint projects in both countries. The Prime Minister also proposed continued support for the training of Vietnamese energy and oil and gas personnel, while encouraging cooperation in digital transformation, green transition, and the circular economy. Minister Sivilev expressed hopes for further cooperation on new projects in response to development needs, including climate change mitigation, energy transition, green and clean energy, among others.
Speaker of the House of Representatives of Malaysia, Tan Sri Dato' Johari bin Abdul, is on an official visit to Vietnam from October 22nd to 25th, at the invitation of Chairman of the National Assembly Chen Theng-min. On October 23rd, the two top legislators held talks.
Chairman Tran Thanh Mun praised the visit, which comes as Vietnam and Malaysia approach the 10th anniversary of their strategic partnership in 2025. He said the visit contributes to promoting the friendship and cooperation between the two countries, as well as their legislative bodies. To further enhance collaboration, the chairman proposed that both sides consider signing a cooperation agreement between the National Assembly of Vietnam and the Malaysian House of Representatives and Senate. This agreement would provide a foundation for deepening legislative cooperation. The Malaysian House Speaker highlighted the importance of Vietnam and Malaysia within ASEAN, noting their shared efforts to develop their economies and collaborate in science, technology, and energy sectors. He acknowledged the chairman's proposals and expressed his desire to welcome Chairman Mann and a high-ranking Vietnamese delegation to Malaysia when the country assumes the AIPAR chairmanship in 2025.
The Vietnam news agency Publishing House on October 23rd organized a ceremony to launch a book on stories of General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trọng by Korean author Cho Jung-yeon on the occasion of 100 days since the late party leader passed away.
The 344-page book spotlighted General Secretary Truong's life, from his childhood, his time in schools, and his career through different positions. The Korean version of the book was published in the Republic of Korea by writer Cho Chul-hyun on April 14, 2024, on the occasion of the 80th birthday of the Vietnamese party leader. This is the first book by a foreign author on the life and career of General Secretary Truong. Secretary of the Party Central Committee and head of its Commission for External Relations Lo Hai-chung said the book will help foster the friendship and sound cooperation between Vietnam and the Republic of Korea. Vietnam news agency General Director Vu Viet Truong said the book is an incense offered to late General Secretary Truong to commemorate his great contributions to the country, reminding Vietnamese people to continue to inherit and further promote the legacies that the late leader left for the development of the nation.
Standard Chartered has lifted its forecast for Vietnam's 2024 GDP growth to 6.8% from the period's 6%, reflecting the stronger than expected expansion in the third quarter of this year.
In its recent report, the bank's economists said Vietnam's economic growth momentum has been relatively strong, with improvement recorded in multiple sectors, such as imports-exports, retail sales, real estate, tourism, construction, and manufacturing. Trade recovery and increased business activities and foreign investment will be the main boosters for 2025 and beyond. The government's push for stronger economic growth may help maintain low interest rates in the near future, and Fed moves will also be key to the State Bank of Vietnam's monetary policy decisions. Standard Chartered forecasts Fed rate cuts, which should lead to a softer US dollar bias over the next few quarters, will result in a US dollar to Vietnam dong exchange rate at 24,500 by the end of 2024 and 24,300 by mid-2025.
With a large population and a rapidly growing halal food market, the Middle East North Africa region is the potential market for Vietnamese businesses.
According to a report by Coherent Market Insights, a global market intelligence and consulting organization, the halal food market in the Middle East North Africa region is forecast to grow at 9.15% between now and 2030. The market size is expected to increase from $192.6 billion in 2022 to over $228 billion by 2024. Egypt is one of the most populous Muslim countries in the world, with over 106 million people, of which about 90% are Muslims. Up to now, Egypt's halal food regulations are still relatively open, in which Egyptian halal food quality management agencies only control standards for livestock, poultry and products made from livestock and poultry. Egypt is temporarily postponing the halal certification requirement for dairy products until December 31, 2025. This is a very good opportunity for Vietnamese businesses to exploit and bring goods to Egypt in the near future. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia is the largest halal food market in the region, with an expected market size of $60.03 billion by 2024. The market is forecast to reach a yearly growth of 3.8% in the 2023 to 2029 period. According to Vietnamese ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Dang Xuan Xuan, Vietnamese enterprises have many opportunities to export halal food products and food production materials to the Saudi Arabian market, particularly lamb, goat, beef, processed seafood, instant noodles, beverages, confectionery, or cosmetics.
The ASEAN Cultural Day 2024 recently took place in Kensington, Maryland, under the theme ASEAN for All. The event attracted over 400 guests, celebrating the rich cultural diversity of Southeast Asia.
The ASEAN Cultural Day 2024 featured a wide range of cultural activities, including art exhibitions, traditional costume displays, artistic performances, and a culinary showcase. Embassies from the 10 ASEAN countries contributed unique performances, embodying the vibrant spirit of ASEAN culture. The Vietnamese Embassy Spouses Association made notable contributions, exhibiting lacquer paintings of Hanoi's Old Quarter, silk paintings of conical hats, and displaying traditional attire of the Pa Then ethnic group. They also performed the Lotus Dance, accompanied by traditional music, creating a captivating experience.
Thank you to Vietnam for chairing ASEAN, and the performances today were outstanding. I love the Lotus Dance from Vietnam and the Bamboo Dance, and also all the cultural contributions here. I appreciate Vietnam's leadership as chair of ASEAN.
A highlight of the event was the Vietnamese bamboo pole dance, which enlivened the atmosphere and saw enthusiastic participation from ASEAN ambassadors, their spouses, and other guests.
As chair of the ASEAN Spouses Circle 2024, Vietnam hosted this cultural event. The audiences really enjoyed performances at the event. ASEAN countries dedicated their time and efforts to promote their culture among American friends and other nations worldwide.
Vietnamese cuisine also drew much attention, adding to the event's charm.
The award ceremony of the Vietnam International Awards has been recently held in London, the UK, to honor Vietnamese and foreign organizations and individuals with outstanding contributions to the community.
This year's Vietnam International Awards includes 12 categories with 60 nominations that are organizations and individuals from the UK, Vietnam, and European countries, focusing on the fields of health, education, law, business, innovation, as well as community and volunteer activities. The Community Champion Award came to Nguyen Nguyen, Executive Director of the Vietnamese Family Association, a charity organization that teaches Vietnamese, holds activities to promote the Vietnamese culture, and provides support services to Vietnamese people in the UK. Kevin Nguyen, an 8th grader from Nantes, France, won the Young Achiever Award. Currently in his 6th year of studying saxophone at the Nantes Conservatory of Music, Kevin has contributed to promoting Vietnamese culture through his musical talent. The Best Global Humanitarian Award was presented to Blue Dragon Children's Foundation, an Australian charity that has been working in Vietnam since 2002 to support disabled children, street children, and victims of human trafficking. The Lifetime Achievement Award was presented to Mayor of London Financial Area, Professor Michael Mainelli, in recognition of his contributions in economy, science, and technology.
I'm looking forward to tonight. The Vietnam International Awards are very important. They bind our communities together.
At the awards ceremony, participants had a chance to enjoy a Vietnamese traditional Owl Zai performance and an art performance to introduce the beauty of Vietnamese culture to international friends.
And that's wrap up our news bulletin. Thanks for watching and see you next time.